Well, like working hard up in here. Look at her. Check him out. How much you done got done? You ain't got this side done?
Most of it done.
Most of it done, yeah. It looks good. Yeah, you gotta get that cleaned off back there.
Yeah, I don't know what all that stuff is.
That's rubber sealant. So get that off. Don't be pushing on so you don't blow your quarter panel.
Which way you want me to go?
You can take a right. Don't run over the freaking crackhead.
Crackhead.
Figure out what all these noises are. Take a left, you get. I want this camper right here.
Well,
yeah.
how much is it?
He died. Tim died here recently. But I like that old camper. That thing's sweet, ain't it?
How much is it?
I don't know. I need to talk to his kids. Kate has it cleaned up good over there. Good enough. So we're gonna go ahead and set the body on. We're gonna trim the front up here. We're gonna do some work on it, but we're gonna go ahead and set the body over there. Then I get to go back there and cut them tubs out. I didn't want to cut that out until I get the body on, because I didn't want it flexing. Once I get the body mounted, I'll go back and cut that last little lips out of the back, and we'll get the front mounted. All right, well, we're gonna try this. Hopefully we don't dent nothing or tear nothing up. I got the strap hooked. I'm gonna guide it. Cade's gonna walk it in. Right now it's somewhat floating. He's gonna walk in. We're gonna set it down on this thing right here in just a minute. I don't have nobody to video, but we're gonna get them together. All right, come on up. That's good. Come on in. Keep coming. Keep coming. Right, man. We're gonna have to clean it up. Whoa, hold on. Front steering. Lift it back up. We're not clearing the front yet. So it's on there. I got the back all welded in around it on these. I still got to spot the floor down. I got the front spotted on both sides. I got to fix the floor up there. We got to do a little work on the firewall thing, but right now we're gonna go ahead and hang the doors, and we're gonna get this thing moved over to where we can clean up this freaking yard. Clean up everything. We're gonna level it up, move it over there to the side. Well, Cage looks good in there, don't it? Huh, Cage?
Yeah, it looks alright.
She gonna be a bad little ride?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's tight. Same spot on the same side. So I got it pretty good. Our car looking like a completely different car now. We getting there. So go here and get the sanding. Y'all is ready to paint. Cade's going ahead and get the motor out of it. He said he's already got everything loose, so we just got to hook the cherry picker to it, or we're gonna hook the Caterpillar to it. We're gonna go and put that thing on the battery. I see he's got, well, I don't think he's got the battery wire. Yeah, he's got one battery wire he's got to unhook. Well, then that is ready to come on out. We can paint it, put the new motor in it. So the other night I noticed on this thing we ended up ran it and it slowed down on the last pass. Well, it slowed down. Let me turn you around. So my side work, I knocked the track off the machine. I finally wore out the other track on it, so I'm going to have to find some tracks for that little 259D. But noticed the other night we drove it to the track and the truck it was running okay, but it just got to where like it was at idle on the way there. It started being kind of rough idling a little bit. It's kind of weird. So I kept having to touch the gas on it a little bit because I felt like it was wanting to eye. I said, well, hell, it's probably just throttle body screw. Run it, went 671 with me. Josh run it, went a 689 and a 688. Caden ran it, went a 683. I run it, the last passing one was 688. Well, said, well, hell, I just knew it was off. My hour was down just a little bit and all. I could just tell inside the truck. So come out here today, fired it up, felt it was all like, since I fired it up, I fired it for a minute, cut it off, could tell it was running rough. Felt each hole, the back hole on the driver's side, which is a pain in the ass one to get to. That's what the plug looked like in it. So we got something going on with it. We either got a coil, we got a coil, or we got a bad plug wire on that hole, which I just replaced these coils and the wires, but these wires was a used wire, so it could possibly be that wire's bad on that hole and it just flooded that out. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and go get a new set of plugs for it, get an oil change, and find another used wire to put on that hole, because I don't want to buy a whole set, because that's kind of weird anyways. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna fire it up and check and see what the make sure that coil is firing on that hole. Ride with me. So Nikki and them was going to Florida, Nikki and Damien, on Friday. So I told her that we added up about what it's gonna cost them money to go down on the gas money and all that. I said, you know what? I said, I think we got enough change around here that we can turn around and go through and fund your gas going down there at least off this change. So I'm going through all the cars and I'm gonna see how much change we got to put in this bucket right here to see. Cause like I said, I always start changing the doors and all that. We're gonna dig all that out and we're gonna see if we can get enough, at least enough money to get down there on. And I'll let y'all know how it turns out. There's $25 worth of stuff there, plus what we got in here. And then Damien also has his own collection of change that he's had. So I think it's gonna cost about $90-something to go down there.
I think it was
the most.
Anywhere from $85 to $96, depending on the gas mileage. Yeah,
because they're gonna drive Damien's little black car. So let's see what it comes up with. Oh, there's still a lot of silver up in there. I think we're gonna be solid on that. That's $80 right there in that square, not including that one right there.
And that's $82.
So, and we still got this and all that. What do you think, Nikki?
We might be able to get down there and back just on change, extra change.
That'd be freaking awesome, wouldn't it? You know,
yeah.
It's great. We're at 100. We're at $100 right here. Still got plenty. I actually found another jar of change Nikki had hid upstairs that she's been picking up, throwing quarters in. So I believe we're gonna make our goal. What do y'all think? Comment below if you think we're gonna hit the goal. Comment below how much change you think this is, first of all. All this together, how much change you think is here. And then also comment and tell how much you think it's gonna cost fuel mileage to go from Lincoln, North Carolina to Sarasota, Florida.
Which is 633 or 663 miles, I can't remember.
And see if we hit our goal. John Lay brought me this right here the other day for the nitrous solenoids. And as you can tell, it goes all the way up and all the way out like it's supposed to. So look at the one that's in the truck and it jams about right there. That's why this thing ain't been running like it should and ain't picked up like it should, because this right here ain't opening all the way up like it should. It's getting caught up inside the bore, and that's why this thing, that piece right there, is bad. So I'm gonna see if that's the right one. I'm pretty sure that right there works. Looks like right threads and all that. So I gotta transfer my spring over and we're gonna put this on it. This should make that kit hit a lot harder, hopefully. See, it should go like that. This one right here ain't doing that. It's jammed. Something's messed up on it right there. There, it opened all the way up. Well, not all the way, but it opened. But it you can just feel that thing getting jammed up inside there. It gets tight right there. Look, I'm having to push it to there. Not good. Got old girl. Got old girl. Both old girls in the backyard today. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the tube front end. I haven't welded on my other mount. I got a weld on a turbo mount and the piece for the thing, but I grind the paint. We'll just put a primer on that spot. But I'm gonna go ahead and paint it. So I gotta pull the master cylinder loose. I'm gonna tape it off. I gotta tape off that little area right there where my ECU is. I gotta tape off the caster and camber plates. cover the car up, cover the front suspension up and all on it. And that way I can get this thing ready to paint. So I'm gonna start taping up some things real quick and doing a little scuffing and all that and get this thing ready to paint. Because the motor's on the back of my S10 over there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's time to put it together. So if I'm gonna put it together, I gotta get this painted. So let's get it. I still gotta do a little bit more scuffing before I paint it. Hit it with some 320. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it taped off, scuff what I need to scuff, paint it, and get this part painted for tonight. So y'all know I got it halfway taped up. That looks like crap, but it is what it is. I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna scuff it with Scotch-Brite everything. I tape up that one little strut right there to keep it from getting covered in paint. I'm gonna come out here. I've never painted these outside edges. I'm gonna go ahead and paint them while I'm at it, make them look somewhat slick. So let's get at it. Let me tape up that one little coil over. Then I'm gonna start sanding this thing, wipe it down, blow it off, start laying some paint tonight. I always like playing with paint. I like the different colors and shapes. And I just think it's freaking awesome. I've always been fascinated by when you mix it up like that, how it turns out like that with even the black in it. So we got our first 2 coats of base coat on it. Like I said, it ain't gonna be nothing perfect, but it'll be decent. I kind of really like this color. Like I said, I actually think it's a little bit darker color than what my car is. We'll see. It's supposed to be blendable with it. If it ain't, we'll be respraying the whole car this color. So it is what it is. It looks pretty good though to me. Like I said, I don't know if it's exactly the same color. I don't know, it's similar, but it looks awful dark. See what it looks like when the clear hits it and when it gets lightened up. So put some more coats on it. That little spot right where the window cowl, where the wiper motor, those top pieces got covers I put over those. I built to block them off. So they'll be black up there, along with the top of the castle camber will be black. I think it looked pretty good. So that looked pretty good, I think. Like I said, there's some trash over here on the edge where I don't care. The fender goes on top of that anyways. I just wanted to paint it. Like I said, the firewall, that right there has a cover that goes over it and all that, but for the most part, when the light hits it, when I touch that up, I'll probably go ahead and paint the mid plate and stuff and clean all that up. Like I said, for a race car, it's gonna look just fine. It won't look bad with the fenders on it. Looking at the shine, I ain't gonna say I don't like it. I do like it. It looks pretty good. Like I said, when I get the fenders on it, top of the strut towers and all that, it'll have a nice little contrast over what was there already. Let's get this motor put together. Got it on the back of the truck, got the head studs, got everything. I carried the motor over here. We're gonna set it down. But first I'm gonna go ahead and get the cam out of that, the flex plate, the rear seal, all the stuff off that block, put on it, and we'll start putting this thing together. It's gonna look good. That one out. All this new stuff going in. So I'm gonna go and pull the pan off that, clean the pan out. Rear seal cover, pop it on it. Then I'll set it in it. I'll put the cam and the heads on it while it's in there since the front end ain't on it. It'll be easier to maintain, to move around and stuff. So got my copper seal for my head gaskets. I should got brand new heads and all for it. So we're gonna pull that pan off, the oil pump. We gotta get the pan, the oil pump, and the pickup off this, and the rear cover. Then we start taking this and putting this one together, which I might go ahead and stick the cam in it, timing chain and all that, and then put the heads on it in. I don't know. I got all night, like I said. Burning night oil, it is what it is. Old Carport Customs getting it done, son. It is what it is. Painted that a few hours ago. Like I said, it's drying. Let me turn the light on. Got a nice little shine to it. Like I said, it ain't perfect. I could have made it a lot better, but to have a hole here before, it don't look too bad, does it? And plus, you know, I shaved that lip, that normal fox body lip that goes down through there. I cut it off a year or two ago when I done that. And now the brake line ain't gonna be out there looking all gaudy. The brake line, I'm gonna redo that little section there and we're gonna drill a hole, and we're gonna run the brake line on the inside to come out over here on the fender wheel. Right there. To feed this side over here, and to tie in is all gonna be on the inside. Like I said, I'm digging it. Ain't too bad looking. I got people that ask me all the time about the cam in my car. As if you can see right here, it's hard to see with that light reflected. It's a 235-358, 243-361, 114. And what that means is it's 235. If you multiply 358 by 1.7, which is what the rocker ratio is, you come up with like 608. And you got 243. If you multiply 361, that's going to be like 613. So it's like 608, 613 exhaust on a 114.5. That's what the cam is in my car or whatever. Back on the old trusties, the old LS9 gaskets. Multi-layer steel GM gasket, a little bit of copper spray on them. 1/2-inch studs this time. This thing should be pretty legit. We've had good luck out of these gaskets over the years. Honestly, in my opinion, it's the best gasket for an LS motor, period. As long as the head bolts hold and the thread don't pull, them things right there will do everything I needed to do. And this thing will run killer. So let's get these bad boys stuck on here and go from there. My first impression of these studs are these things are freaking long. They, I mean, y'all know I've screwed in a bunch of LS head studs. I've screwed a bunch of LS's up, period. But I've screwed a bunch of LS head studs in over the years. And these things right here just go for freaking days down in there. You can just feel how good and tight some things are. They, freaking killer. All right. I should have done this a long time ago. I can just tell you that. Because these things right here are way super long. They got a lot of thread to them. You can just fill them all the way down in the bottom. Can't wait to torque these things down. They're going to do freaking awesome. You can just tell turning them. They got some freaking bite to them down there in it when you're screwing them in. If you don't drop your bit. Heads are on it. Really impressed with the studs. Should have done that years ago. That's going to be a bad little motor right there. I can already tell you. I just got that feeling about it. It's just the way it's going together. Oh, paint looks pretty killer. It, pick up the flake in it. Looks like the bars laid down pretty slick. Pretty happy with it. Once we get a motor up in there, I think it's going to look pretty good with them heads and all on it. So we're going to go through and call it a night here because I got to get an oil pan gasket in the morning. I don't have the right push rod. I ordered push rods with it that I thought would work. Not long enough. So I know I'll probably have a set over at Nigel's. Go by there tomorrow, get the push rods. I get the oil pan on it. When I get the oil pan gasket in the morning, I'll put the rear seal on it. We'll get it set back in this thing and hopefully get this thing fired up the next day or so. So plan on rebuilding the turbo kit. Gonna do a nice little turbo kit, hopefully on something quick, something simple. Probably gonna do a different little fuel cell, maybe. Build something a little different, I'd like to. We'll see how much time we got and how quick we're trying to go racing. Got my new oil pan gasket, it's raining. I'm gonna go ahead and get the pan on this thing, get this thing dried in real quick. So go ahead and put the pickup tube on it. Oil pan item stuck the rear seal cover up on there. I gotta wait till I get the pan on it tight before I can tighten it up. I gotta put the front cover on it. All the grills looking good up in there. I got to tie the diaper up and all that. Once I get the balancer and everything on and get the filter changed and all, I'm gonna stuck the diaper on it because it's easier to get in now than it is later. 2 bolts are in it. Me and Damien gotta go work today. I'm happy with it. We're coming to the bank. Oh, I thought it was on that side. Let's see how much change this is, y'all. Let's see. That's we're gonna see how much they got here.